So black people are very afraid of the police. It don't matter how rich you are, how old you are. We're just afraid of them. We got every reason to be afraid of them.
When the police came barreling through that window, and I just let out all the air in my body and said, "My angels are here." And I knew it was going to be okay.
It was a gross abuse of power.
I don't trust any government official or anybody anymore. I don't want any part of it anymore. I raised 5 children to respect the law. And now I feel stupid for doing that.
No.
You're under arrest. What's wrong? The swearing. Oh my God! Dude, will you take me? On the ground. On the ground.
The badge, the boys in blue, the force, the fuzz, the heat, the 5-0. We see them on the streets. They're constantly on the news. Their uniforms are instantly recognizable, no matter the country, no matter the language. They are entrusted with authority we have given them. Certain powers and privileges granted by the public in the hope that they will make us all safer. Back in the 90s, the common complaint was that there's never a cop around when you need one. Since then, police presence has grown around the world, and ideas like visible policing have become the norm. Yet, for all their visibility, how well do we actually understand what policing is? What exactly is their purpose, their place in society, and most importantly, are they truly effective in the role we've entrusted them to? And for the individuals, is it a calling, a service, or simply a job like any other? This is not strictly a hunt for villains or heroes, but a journey to understand how we've gotten to this point. When we were growing up, learning and discovering the world around us, we were taught from very early on that if we are in trouble, to find a police officer. Or if we need help, to find a police officer. They even come to your school to tell you how awesome they are.
We call this the Big Bad Wolf. Because with enough force, I can take this ram on the front of this vehicle and I can put it against a brick house and I can go right through that brick. And I come right in your house if I need to. And I come right in your house.
Jump around. Please, Marshall.
I can go right through that brick, and I can come right in your house if I need to. Not your house, because all of you are good kids. We only do it for the bad kids.
We were also inundated with so many movies and television series about cops that we grew up believing that the police were wisecracking heroes who make jokes in the face of danger.
Have a nice day.
That tingling in your balls, big metal butterflies fluttering around your stomach.
Are you sure you don't have testicular cancer?
I'm gonna put him in a hurt locker. So, you wanna come with me?
Okay, I'm with you. Let's go blow this guy.
Away. Blow this guy away.
Whatever.
Sorry about that.
All right, man.
Hand over your license and registration. Hurry up, meow.
Sorry.
Is there something funny here, boy?
Are you saying meow?
Am I saying meow?
I thought you
Now, what is so damn funny?
could have swore you said meow.
Do I look like a cat to you, boy? Am I drinking milk from a saucer? Do you see me eating mice? Hey, you stop laughing right now. I'm gonna have to give you a ticket on it.
But
No buts, meow. That's the law. That's not so funny, meow, is it? Meow.
Putting their lives on the line to protect the innocent,
Thank you. Man, what the hell are you doing?
even if it means that they have to, quote, live by their own rules and go
DNA
against
is
the
a perfect
system.
match for Judge Joseph Dredd.
I never broke the law. I am the law.
Or they might be a Boy Scout who never breaks the rules, never accepts bribes, and uses their superior intellect to solve crimes.
The only reason that they were at a strip bar was because they were tailing me and I went to this place.
Is this what really happened?
No, sir. Okay? It was working and you guys just messed it up. But it's cool. It's a fuck up, perfectly good lie and it's all right.
They could even beat Jet Li in a fight. Policeman is also amongst the most popular children's games.
Where's the $2 criminal on your line? They've really gotten good at this good cop, bad cop thing. Honestly. Fine. Then you won't mind giving us a semen sample. How do I do that? You just make the semen come out of your body and put it in this cup. Stop playing games! I'm not playing, I really don't know. Wait right here. How do you make semen come out? I don't know, I was hoping you guys did.
Right behind, playing doctor,
Mark, where's your sister?
She's upstairs playing doctor with that Kyle boy.
Games.
Risk infection to the synaptic responses.
All right.
playing mom and dad,
I still haven't told them I'm gay.
You really should tell them. Admitting you have a problem is the first step to recovery.
If we all did a little role play. Toot, you be Xanta's mama, and Captain Hero. Papa? Papa? Where?
Oh. Mommy? Daddy? I'm gay.
Son, I'm sure I speak for the both of us when I say...
You guys are such assholes. And not the good kind.
cowboys and Indians,
1 little, 2 little, 3 little engines. 4 little, 5 little, 6 little engines. Sorry, that one was a half-breed. 7 little, 8 little, 9 little engines. 10 little engine boys.
and then cops and robbers. Back in the day, at least. Today, some of those might be frowned upon. But back then, everyone wanted to be the cop,
Step out of the car, please, sir.
Respect my authority!
not the robber. That's because you got to put handcuffs on the robber, then slam him into a wall while reading him his rights. You have the right to remain silent, and all that. And after saving the day by throwing the bad guy in jail, you are given an award for bravery, given the key to the city, have a national holiday named after you, and be loved by all of the townspeople. On a personal note, when other kids became interested in cars, they would ask me what my dream car was. I always said, police car. The classic 1980s black and white. And no, I did not want to be a policeman when I grew up. Well, not unless it was RoboCop, of course. I just thought it looked cool. But at that age, it just seemed to be common knowledge that police was there to protect us.
What are your prime directives?
Serve the public trust, protect the innocent, uphold the law.
That's good.
that their job is to uphold justice, maintain the peace, enforce law and order, and that they only take bad people to jail. Oh, and solve crimes using state-of-the-art forensic science.
Ultraviolet light makes traces of semen glow in the dark. Let's find out if this son of a bitch has been lying to us.
But if you've ever been the victim of crime, or if you have ever turned to the police for help, you might come to realize that the experience is not as heartwarming as movies and television has led us to believe. Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan are not there to declare their undying devotion to solving your case. In many cases, the experience is quite underwhelming.
Well, Foxy, you cracked yet another case. So, I'll just need a copy of your mystery-solving license. You don't have a mystery-solving license. We're gonna have to let this guy go.
But he's a child molester.
A licensed child molester.
But...
You make me sick.
And if you are a fan of classic cop movies, the experience will probably be highly disappointing. If you are a person of color, or female, or LGBT+, it could even be terrifying.
I looked at the culture of the Queensland Police Force, with evidence presented of racism and sexism.
A toxic and misogynistic culture within the service.
Institutional racism, sexism, misogyny and homophobia are definitely present across the organisation.
Racial profiling was highlighted in Wednesday's report by the Council of Europe.
No member state of the Council of Europe is really immune from racial profiling.
The institutional racism, sexism, misogyny and discrimination exist. Publicly acknowledging is essential to our absolute commitment.
I'm not saying I don't like police. I'm not saying that. I'm saying I'm just scared of them. Sometimes we want to call them too. Somebody broke into my house once. It's a good time to call them, but It ain't a real nice house, but they never believe I lived it. Oh, he's still here. Open and shut case, Johnson.
Years ago, I reported a rape from a client. I just wound up getting arrested. I spent a long time in jail for trying to report a rape, and you just learn better. Like, no way I'll deal with the cops. I'll get raped 100 times before I do.
A victim of serious violence in a state of distress called the police from a church ground in Scunthorpe. The officer, who would later take her to a women's refuge, Simon Miller, was about to grossly abuse his position of trust.
To start putting belongings in. I've then left, and when I've gone back into the bedroom, he was completely naked. This was a police officer on duty, meant to protect me. Now he's naked in my refuge.
He proceeded to have sex with you?
Yes.
She says she was disgusted, but was afraid to report it. PC Simon Miller, seen here entering court, pleaded guilty to improper exercise of police powers. The latest in a line of police officers who've brought shame to their uniform and dented trust in the police.
Involving a woman who called 911 for help, only to be shot and killed by a responding deputy. This video is disturbing.
Check your house, we checked your backyard. I walked all the way through all these backyards.
Last moments seen in chilling detail. 36-year-old Sonia Massey called 911 about a possible intruder. She at times appeared confused.
What do you need help with?
Nothing. Later, Massey picks up what appears to be a pot of boiling water.
You better I swear to God, I'll shoot you right in your face. You better I swear to God, I'll shoot you right in your face. Pop the drop the pot. Drop 19 shots fired. Shots fired. Shots fired. We don't need a fire while we're here.
Alright.
Huh?
Where you going?
Away from your hot steaming water.
Away from my hot steaming water?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Massey starts to set down the pot and apologizes. Grayson fires 3 times, striking her in the face.
That's how we get the female 1078. I'm gonna go get my kit. No, your headshot, dude. You're done. You can go get it, but that's a headshot. I'm not taking boiling water to the head. And look, it came right to our feet, too. God damn it.
God damn it.
You good?
I'm good. You good?
Yeah, I'm good. Well, I mean, you know, what else do we do? I'm not taking hot boiling water to the face. I mean, you know, what else do we do?
The mother of two was fatally shot in the head.
Las Vegas Metro police officer who shot and killed a man inside of his own home. Body cam footage revealed Durham called 911 for help and was shot by police just moments later.
So the only one I've got on my side is the blood-sucking lawyer.
Bookman responded to Durham's home near Sunset Park after Durham called 911 reporting a break-in. They found Durham and Alejandro Boudreau struggling over a knife.
Hey, drop the knife! Drop the knife!
Seconds later, Durham was shot in the head, then shot 5 more times. Officer Bookman had responded to a call at the same home a day before, so he was familiar with both Durham and Boudreau. Well, with what we're seeing, it seems like Durham was trying to protect himself. It appears in the images that she's holding the knife.
Both arms around the female. Durham didn't drop the knife.
You're talking absolute shit again.
Freeze. Rotate. Zoom in. Isolate vector A6. Frisk. Remove occupant. Rotate. Enhance. 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 Enhance.
Enhance, then forward frame by frame.
Isolate.
Why is it still blurry? That's all the resolution we have. Making it bigger doesn't make it clearer. It does on CSI Miami. Ugh.
Enhance. Enhance. Enhance.
Just print the damn thing.
Of African policing union. Woman was allegedly beaten up in a police station by other women while reporting a domestic dispute.
Police officers would not just start and assault anyone. It doesn't mean that we are not taking responsibility.
Please stop. मत कीजिए ऐसा मत कीजिए पुलिस स्टेशन के क्या कार्रवाई कर रहे हैं बताती मुझे चल बता क्या कार्रवाई कर रहे हैं ज्यादा कानूनी बन रही है अब बता मुझे क्या कार्रवाई कर रहे हैं कार्रवाई बता मुझे क्या एप्लीकेशन दी तूने इसकी मारपीट की माफी इसकी माँ है
Depending on the officer's mood, they might be dismissive or rude or outright hostile. In the case of John Jamelski, the American serial rapist kidnapper who from 1988 to 2003 kidnapped 5 women, the youngest was just 14 years old, and held them captive in an underground dungeon.
He just said that I was there because I had to have sex with him every day.
Jamelski had a handmade underground dungeon in which he kept the women, abducting and releasing them one at a time, keeping some for a few months and some for years. When the time came to release them, Jamelski blindfolded his victims before releasing them, dropping one at an airport, one at her mother's house, and another he dropped off at a Greyhound bus station with $50 cash. When his victims reported their ordeal to the police, they were not believed, mostly due to the fact that they were runaways, addicts, and poor.
Jennifer did go to the police with a sharp description of the man who'd been holding her.
Green eyes, they were like, pointy nose, like thin lips.
She also told detectives assigned to her case that the old man drove an orange or tannish two-door Mercury Comet. A 1974, she thought. Within days of taking her statement, the investigator closed the case. They didn't believe your story?
Nope.
No one believed it?
Nope. They didn't want to hear it.
A police artist would never get the chance to sketch her description of the old man.
They were told that their story seemed too far-fetched. For his fourth victim, Jennifer Spaulding, all tests showed no evidence of sexual violence. This made the detectives feel confident in their belief that she was lying, even though she had told the police that Jamelski ensured that he had no sexual contact with her for days before he released her. She also told police that he drove a tan 1974 Mercury Comet. Jamelski actually did own a tan Mercury Comet, but the 1975 model, which looked exactly the same.
Almost identical to the one Jennifer Spaulding reported to detectives 2 years earlier. Jennifer had told them it was a 1974 Comet. Jamelski, it turns out, owned a 75. The one fact she did have is she remembered that car.
We didn't look at 75s or 73s and 76s.
Police didn't even bother to check other years' models and quickly closed her case. Jamelski was only caught in 2002 when one of his victims managed to convince him that she was his girlfriend and to let her use a phone. She then called her sister and told her what was happening. Police were then dispatched to the store that the call was made from.
Police believe they've captured the man who's been tormenting a string of young women. A 67-year-old grandfather, John Jamelski. They've found the dungeon. It's giving even veteran police officers chills.
Videotapes of other young women in the dungeon.
Before, no, never. Wow. Peace out.
Peace out.
It's about school, cause man, I gotta go to school. I can't wait to see my mom.
Not bad.
I miss her. You realize if I was at home, I could be doing 10 million things right now, but I'm here and I can't do nothing. Please be fast, please.
Only then, after years of ignoring her, did they desperately try to track down Jennifer for her testimony.
The detective who'd been skeptical of Jennifer was desperate.
He goes, we got him. We got him, John.
They later flat out admitted they hadn't believed her.
Had we believed everything she had to say, we still couldn't have found him.
The one fact she did have is she remembered that car.
Then, in a move that would be shocking if it weren't so on brand, they tried to blame Jennifer, the victim, for their failure.
Onondaga County Sheriff Kevin Walsh says law enforcement hadn't even known there'd been a single kidnapping and sexual assault. The 16-year-old apparently telling the truth. Police say she might never have been victimized at all if Jennifer had given them more to go on 2 years earlier. One fact she did have is she remembered that car.
Just exhausted the possibility based on what she had told us. We didn't look at 75s or 73s.
They tried to blame Jennifer, the victim, for their failure. The one person who actually did the right thing and went to the police for help. But Jennifer wasn't even the first. 3 years before she went to the police, another woman, Jamelski's third victim, tried to report what had happened to her in the dungeon. She too was dismissed by detectives who said her story didn't sound believable.
I swear to God that never happens. Yes, hold on a tick.
In one of the most famous honor-killing cases, Banaz Mahmoud was 3 years old when her family moved to London. The Mahmouds were a strictly traditional Iraqi Kurdish family, Banaz's eldest sister had an arranged marriage, as did her younger sister, Peyman, also known as Paisie, who was married at the age of 16. When Banaz started to date a young man that her family didn't approve of, she was physically beaten and threatened. In December 2005, she overheard a telephone conversation between her uncle and mother of a plot to end her life. She approached police for help 4 times within a month, telling them of threats to her life.
I was brainwashed into how I would be putting shame onto the family. As soon as I came out of the house, he was following me with a car. People following me. Still now, they follow me.
And even providing the names of those that were involved in the plot. But the police insisted that it was a family affair.
People following me. Or still now, they follow me. Anytime, if anything happens to me, it's them.
Anyone who's at risk, the first people they call is police. And she called them so many times.
Now that I'm giving this statement, what can you do for me?
If they believed her, if they wanted to help her, she could be alive today.
Turn this light on, let's have the electricity on.
On New Year's Eve, the police were called to a cafe in Wimbledon where Banaz had arrived in a distressed state, saying that her father had tried to kill her.
Ranat had the presence of mind. He was recording on his mobile.
She had injuries to her hands, having smashed a window during her escape. Witnesses described her as distraught and terrified.
A woman police officer, and she said just a girl who drunk too much and therefore was making up the story.
The policewoman who interviewed her did not believe her. She referred to Banaz as manipulative and melodramatic, and even threatened to charge her with criminal damage for breaking the window.
Bleeding from her hands and wrists, and collapsed on the floor of a nearby cafe. Hospital staff that dealt with her on that night said they've never seen anyone so frightened in their life.
And later, this same female police officer, she informed Banaz's father that she had raised this complaint against him. Ran horrendous risk of placing her even worse in danger.
They went to her home to interview her in front of her family, and taking a statement of a woman that she's complaining against her own family in front of her family is just ridiculous.
On 22 January, an attempt was made to kidnap the boyfriend. This was also reported to police, and she was scheduled to return to the police station on 24 January. But on the same morning, after Banaz's parents left the family home to take their youngest daughter to school, a group of men entered the property. The group, which included family members, subjected her to hours of sexual violence before eventually ending her life by means of strangulation.
This is a letter that was delivered by Banaz to her local police station. 3, 4 and 5 have said that they're ready and willing to do the job of killing me. This was said by my uncle, Ari Mahmoud, while my uncle was on the phone to my mum. He also said that he's going to kill me and my boyfriend, Ranat. The letter was accurate in every detail of what she said about these men. They are cousins of Banaz and they are cousins of each other.
Her body was found buried in a suitcase 3 months later.
She was in a fetal position. I don't know, that somehow for me makes it even worse. Almost like a child in a womb being in that suitcase.
Secretly recorded conversations.
The pair of them were laughing about it, about what those men had done to Banaz on that morning, being manly.
They were slapping her, f***ing her. I have f***ed rain relief. The bitch's soul was not getting discharged with anything that took more than half an hour.
I put my leg there, on her back. He put the cord around her neck. I said, do it quickly. When she heard that, she was terrified. She was vomiting. I was kicking her head, but her soul would not discharge. He took it and pulled it tighter.
When I stamped on the back of her neck, her mouth and nose were on the floor. The wire around her neck, it went deep through the skin. I was able to tighten it further, and it didn't take more than 4 to 5 minutes, and she didn't make a sound.
Anytime, if anything happens to me, it's them.
Her father and her uncle was charged with murder, but as usual, nothing happened to the officers involved. Jeffrey Rignall was lured to smoke a joint with a stranger he met at a local bar. When the man entered the car, the man used chloroform to render him unconscious. He remembers waking up in a bedroom while the man was on top of him. He was being violated. The man used the chloroform again, and the next thing he remembers is waking up at the base of a statue. He reported what had happened to the police, but wasn't taken seriously, so he took it upon himself to find this man. Within a few weeks, he spotted the man and followed him to his home. He then provided the address, license plate number, and description of the man to the police, but nothing happened. Then a few months later, he saw the man on the news. Multiple bodies were found in the man's house. The man's name was John Wayne Gacy.
His name is John Wayne Gacy, convicted of killing 33 innocent people and destroying hundreds of lives.
Then there is the infamous incident involving Conorac synthesum form and Jeffrey Dahmer. On the 27th of May, 1991, 17-year-old Nicole Childress called 911 and reported a boy outside the Oxford apartments who appeared beaten and dazed. She later said in an interview, "My cousin stopped him and said, 'Stay away from that boy.' There was a confrontation and my cousin said she was going to call the police. He said the police don't need to be involved. This is my friend." While Sandra Smith protected the boy from Dahmer, Childress ran to a nearby payphone and dialed 911. When officers arrived, Dahmer told them the boy was his 19-year-old boyfriend. After escorting the two of them back and entering Dahmer's residence, the three officers concluded there were no signs of a struggle and left the pair in the apartment. The boy was 14-year-old Conorac synthesum form.
The voice that fell on deaf ears. Tonight, Glenda Cleveland relives the frustration of being shut out by a police operator as she insisted the person being beaten was a child.
When I say what I have to say and I know it to be true, I don't feel that I have to constantly keep repeating myself. And I think that can be said for everyone.
Glenda Cleveland remembers the day Conorac died. Remembers the police assurances that everything was okay. Did you start to doubt yourself?
I must admit I did. I did.
But do you feel they let that boy down that night?
Yes, they did.
March, please. Yes, there was a squad car, number 68, that was flagged down earlier this evening.
About 15 minutes ago?
That was me.
What happened? I mean, my daughters and my niece witnessed what was going on. Was anything done about the situation?
No. This is the intoxicated boyfriend of another boyfriend.
Well, how old was this child?
It wasn't a child, it was an adult.
Are you sure?
Ma'am, I can't make it any more clear. It's all taken care of.
Dahmer went on to admit to 4 additional murders after that encounter, and he was eventually arrested just 2 months later. Williams later said she felt unrelenting guilt, believing perhaps she could or should have done more. Many suspect the reason police chose to believe Dahmer over her and over her relatives was because they were 3 black women and Dahmer was a white man.